spent cleaning the house, the bathroom, the yard, the whole bit. And usually around lunchtime, conveniently and cheaply, we got fast food. We got a bit of McDonald's, Wendy's, underrated Arby's. But the best one always was Taco Bell. And cheesy gordita crunch. And I really formed a bond with Taco Bell. I mean, sitting there at the counter with my brothers, sin a twist after a hard day's labor, eating Taco Bell. And this love for Taco Bell carried into high school. My high school was very close to a Taco Bell, so when we would skip class or just go to lunch or getting home late on the weekends, Taco Bell was always there. In fact, at that Taco Bell, there was this really tall manager named Bo. Red hair, military cut. Seemed like he'd be scary, but he was always giving us free drinks, like free tacos. He recognized the good business we brought. He even gave me a free Taco Bell employee hat because I asked him for one. So I had a black hat with a black Taco Bell logo. Only kid at school that had one. And this, Taco Bell was the greatest. I mean, in the words of Brigham Young, I always thought, this is the place. And so my passion for Taco Bell culminated to a really big point this last summer. I was going to Southern California, and I thought, I really want to visit Taco Bell headquarters. And so, as one does, and so I did what any good millennial does, and I tweeted them. And so I found like the Taco Bell customer support, and I sent them a direct message. I said, hey, I'm going to be in Southern California. Do you offer tours? And they're like, we'll get back to you. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's working. And I got a message a few days later. They're like, we're so sorry, Elliot. That's not something we do. We can't accommodate. They sent me a really nice box with like a Baja Blast hat, some gift cards, and a personal handwritten note. Explaining that they couldn't do it. It was so touching. It was that personal, kind of like with Bo, that manager. That's kind of the personal touch that Taco Bell brings. So I was still going to Southern California. I stopped at the Taco Bell Cantina in Vegas just to kind of make up for it. I mean, it was a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, but they had alcohol, they have merchandise, they have like 12 freezy flavors. If you're in Vegas, check it out. And so go to Southern California, and I was like, you know what? I'm like 20 miles away. I really want to go to the Taco Bell headquarters. And so I did, again, what any good millennial does. I used my Twitter account, and I found the head of PR at Taco Bell. And I said, hey, I'm in SoCal with my brothers. Look at me, I was just at the cantina wearing this giant taco hat. I would love to get a tour, or at least, I was like begging, I'm like, at least just like a picture in the lobby or something. He's like, yeah, here's my email, shoot me an email. I was like, oh my gosh, it's working. So I shot him an email, and he's like, how's Friday work? And I mean, I don't remember that. We were at the beach, I don't remember doing anything else. I was just like, I want to go to sleep and wake up on Friday just to get to bed. And so me and two of my brothers, we drove out to 1 Glen Bell Way, Irvine, California, that's the address. And we're there, and we're in the parking lot walking up, and I just see these people walking in and out, and we're just enchanted with every person. Who's that? Like, oh, do they make the commercials? Oh, what do they do? And so we go, and it's this huge building, and they have this giant Taco Bell logo that like splits for like the doorknob. And we open it, and inside there's couches with Taco Bell logos on pillows, and they have a giant Starburst bowl. And down comes the head of PR. His name is Matt Prince, and what a prince he was. He unlocked the keys of the kingdom of Taco Bell. He's a self-described Indiana Jones of Taco Bell. He has the artifacts like straws from the 70s, used cups from the 80s, like gross but kind of cool. He showed us the break room. He even snuck us into the test kitchen. I got to meet the chefs, the people that make our cheesy gordita crunches, our waffle tacos, our empanadas. We even got to try the green apple freezy before anyone else tried it. But perhaps most importantly, and what stays with me the most, is me and my two brothers, we went down and we ate at the Taco Bell inside the Taco Bell. And of course, I got my usual order: double-decker taco, medium Baja Blast, bean burrito with a side of nachos, using the beans in the burrito as dip. And it was honestly the best Taco Bell I've ever had. It was hot, but not too hot. Salty, but not too salty. And I sat there looking at my brothers, Charlie and Henry. I'm like, not much has changed. Here we are, sitting at a counter, eating Taco Bell. And I kind of thought of how we get here. How did I, at first I didn't think I'd be here. Had some hiccups along the way. And I thought, the answers are right there in front of my face. Taco Bell taught me how to get through adversity and get what I want. Three simple steps. First, you gotta crave that fourth meal. 2, you gotta think outside the bun. And lastly, and perhaps most importantly, you gotta live Moss.